What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ford Era. We are out here in Apache Junction. What up?
What up, man?
Just got picked up from the airport. Came straight over here to Ford Era West Coast headquarters. And basically we came into town because there is an awesome truck show in Lake Havasu. And usually Robert used to put on the show at Good Guys. We would do the Crew Cab meetup. And then for years we were like, Good Guys is a lot of fun, but we want to go do something more fun. And last year I told him he should start looking into like Havasu or something. So he actually figured it out. He got Havasu going. So I just flew into town, and back in January I bought a Bumpside Crewcab that I haven't posted anything about. That's been here. And Rome, the polisher, just got it all detailed for me. And I'm gonna show it to you guys in a few minutes. But over here we got some cool stuff. So here's Luke's Power Stroke swapped Bumpside Crew. I mean, we got all kinds of fun stuff. I'll give you guys a full tour of this place. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I just got here, I haven't seen anybody yet. They're getting the trucks cleaned up. Tomorrow, we got a really fun road trip. So we're in Apache Junction, which is basically right outside of Phoenix. And it's about a 4-hour drive to Lake Havasu. And we're gonna all road trip, and they said it's gonna be a lot of fun. So this is gonna be its own video, that's gonna be its own video. I'm just letting you guys know, like, this whole series, the next few videos you're gonna be watching, this video you're watching right now, these are gonna be awesome. I mean, I'm just assuming they're gonna be. But here we go, we're closer to some trucks. So this is their water truck. We're in the back of Luke's shop. They're in the middle of redoing it. And then here's his service truck. This thing's Crown Vic swapped. Just, you know, coyotes chilling. This thing is so cool. And here's the powder coat shop. Well, well, well. Would you look who it is? What up, Steve? What up, Luke?
Hey, brother.
Say hi to YouTube.
How's it going, YouTube?
We're just showing them your whole property. We're casing the place.
Yeah?
I haven't been here in a while. Everything keeps changing every time I come by. Here's Jen's truck. This thing is so cool. The daily, and then we'll walk the long way. I'll give you guys the tour. Hello.
Howdy.
We got a Chevy and a Jeep. No one cares about that. And then more Fords. So we got some parts trucks. Oh boy, we got a camper. Love me a nice camper. Oh, that thing's nice. Ooh, look at that short bed. And then the crew cab lineup. So, he's got it in order of generation. And one of these here are mine. But this is Luke's. He got this one off Kyle. I believe it's a 60 Orville. This one right here is mine. This is a 1966 F350 Crew Cab on a 2004 F450 chassis, and it's for sale. So if one of you guys want to buy it, I will sell it to you. Then we got a bump side. That thing is rad. I always loved this truck. There are a lot of rigs out here. We didn't even go to their house yet. This is just at the shop. Alright. So. Another dent side right there. Sorry about the shakiness. And then we're making our way over. So this truck is called Brownstone. It was owned by my buddy Daniel. He got it out of South Dakota, I believe off the original owner. Had an incredible time when he bought it, the road trip home. And if you go on Instagram and search hashtag Brownstone the Bumpside, you'll see. And I'll be sharing a bunch of photos and stuff of the trip. Actually, I'll overlay some on this so you guys could see a couple photos. So when they were road tripping it and doing all that stuff. And I told him, if you ever want to sell it, I want to buy it, because I really wanted to get a two-wheel drive truck, because I was thinking about making Gold Dust back into a two-wheel drive, and that's never a good idea. So I ended up buying this thing. This is a 1972 F250 two-wheel drive custom. It's an all original truck, really, really clean. I just had the whole truck polished. And super cool. So it's got a 390 in it with an automatic. It's just a good old truck. I'm excited. Gonna have a lot of fun with this. So I'm gonna see what the guys are up to, and then we're probably gonna go drive over to their house. All right, so this is gonna be my first time driving this truck, and look how cool this keychain is. It's got the grill on it. So let's see if she's easy to start up. Battery, yep. Ooh, sewing machine. I think I might be running out of fuel. Well, I think I might be running out of fuel. Need to go put some gas in this thing quickly. She shifted good. Alright, I'm gonna go put some fuel in this and pick you guys back up. Alright guys, so we've been hanging out, and it's time to start customizing the truck. So it's got this pretty cool old license plate, but I brought out the Ford era plate, so I'm gonna swap that out real quick. And then we already added some stickers. And then I brought my transporter tag. I'm gonna swap that on there. And yeah, and we're gonna start driving around. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I'm just letting gas spill out. Well, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just the vent is clogged. You can see it's bubbling. So I'm gonna have to look at the vent. So yeah, it's definitely not full. I've only put 1 gallon in it. We're on E. Yay. We made it over to ZZ Ranch.
Okay, so I would just pull around. Well, I guess maybe just because all the guys are going to be in their way.
It's fine. Oh, they're on that side?
Yeah, like pull around here and then pull up like where I normally park.
This truck is so easy to drive. After Gold Dust, oh my gosh, all these trucks become easier to drive. This is great. And here we are. So I'm staying at Amber and Travis's, kind of my home away from home. I am so happy with this truck. And then we got a bunch of cool trucks. So here's Amber's 65. Pretty sure she's driving this on the cruise. Then we got Bump. I love this thing. This is Amber's camper truck. I found her. My buddy Jason was building it out of Missouri. Trav's 59. We saw this out at LST not too long ago. Looks like he picked himself up a F250 Fat Fender. Then he's got a slick crew cab, Crown Vic swapped. Love this. And lastly, we've never seen this before, but this is his COE hauler. F6. Super cool. So we've been here, we're hanging out. Got my plates on, got the truck officially mine, put some stickers on it, even helped move a TV from the shop over here. So gonna get my luggage out and pick you guys up when we do something. All right, guys, so we just been hanging out here at the house for a little bit, and right now I want to go over to Fat Fender Garage. They're like 20 minutes away from here, so when it kind of always like to stop in. So we're gonna hop on in the truck and cruise over. So I'm gonna show you guys just how nice she is. Every other time just started right up, but as soon as I get here, problems have to arise. But she runs really nice and smooth, sounds good. All right, we're off. All right, guys, so I'm cruising about 65 miles an hour. No hands on the steering wheel. This thing's really smooth. Drives great. Obviously, there's no AC yet, so got the windows down. Don't know if you can hear me at all, but this thing is super nice. But it needs better seats. It needs a stereo. It needs weather strip. It needs a windshield. So we got work cut out for it, but I want to leave this one two-wheel drive with a twin I-beam. Would love to figure out some brakes, maybe. These are fine, but I just know that I want to upgrade the brakes. And I'm going to leave the motor in it. Maybe eventually I might upgrade it to like a Holly Sniper or something like that. But, you know, right now I'm going to go with the old method of if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. So, I'm just going to keep cruising. Alright, well, we made it. It was about 20 something miles, but we are here at the old Fat Fender Garage, which I'm assuming they're still at because I haven't heard that they fully moved. So I'm curious to see what all they're up to. It should be fun. Alright, guys, so we just had a whole bunch of fun inside the old Fat Fender, and Jason wants to show me the new shop, so I said we gotta take Brownstone.
Brownstone.
It's a good name. It came with it. I have a hard time not keeping a name when someone gives it to me.
Jeez, I've never started a, what is this, a 460?
I think it's a 390.
390?
It should be a 390.
Alright.
I can't figure out the belts.
Alright, okay.
We die like men.
I haven't driven a truck.
Well, I mean,
I'm used to driving.
Look how many Ford performance boxes are here.
Fuel injection. But hey, if it works, drive it.
My whole reason behind this truck, I really just didn't want to deal with all the modern stuff, and I wanted a truck that kids can remember.
Is Travis bringing an empty trailer just in case he needs to pick you up on the side of the road?
No. Why are you jinxing me? Are you bringing an empty trailer?
No.
You'll unload it and
I'm
then come
saying,
back.
Every trip you go on usually begins or ends with you on the side of the road somewhere.
It's true. I'm hoping this one won't be, because the guy that I got this from, Daniel, he bought it in South Dakota and drove it back here.
I hope it won't be either. I'm not trying to jinx you, but that's usually like the story of my life.
It's definitely the story of mine.
I'm always panicked. I go jump in, like, no, I'm not driving it yet. You guys get 500 miles on it, then I'll get it. I used to go drive it early up front, and I drive like 15 miles, and then it'd be like a loose battery cable, or it ran out of gas, and I didn't know they didn't have any gas in it.
So I thought this, you see it's on E?
Yeah.
I thought I was on E, so I go to the gas station, and I could only put in 1 gallon. So I call the guy, I'm like, hey, why can't I put fuel in this? And he's like, it's got a full tank. When I dropped it off, because I just got it and nobody drove it, and I'm like, does the gas gauge work? He's like, no. I'm like, you should tell me that at least. Like, I don't mind a broken gas gauge.
Yes, I need to know that.
Right. Like, I'm over here, literally, it wouldn't pump anything. I could see it's full. And I'm like, what?
I'll be like in a $500,000 truck in the middle of an intersection.
Oh.
Right? You're like, so then I'm like standing in front of the truck to make sure nobody hits this thing. And I'm like, well, I'm going to sacrifice my life for this truck. But I'm like on the phone, get your A down here with the trailer as fast as you can, because, but now I don't do that anymore. But like, after the first 300 to 400 miles, you've got the gremlins worked out, then I'm happy to jump in it and drive it.
Well, just, the little bit, what do you think? Actually drives pretty good.
Actually, it does drive good.
You don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
isn't that nice?
It's actually smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first time I bought a truck that the guy said I could drive it back home to Florida that I really feel like I could.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna enjoy the rest of this cruise, and we'll see you guys when we get to the new shop, which is, from what I hear, huge. So is this gonna be the first tour of anybody's?
Well, no, there's been a couple people here, but it's the first recorded tour.
Ho ho ho.
Aside from a couple I've put.
Coming to you live from what part of Arizona? Gilbert, Arizona. The new headquarters of Fat Fender Garage. How big is this place? 43,000 square feet. Wow. And it's all air conditioned?
All air conditioned.
Boy.
That's how we roll in Arizona.
Oh, this is cool. How do you get a truck in here, though?
No. We were going to do like a big hallway right here so we could put one in here, but when you can just go 15 steps outside and see everything, it just, honestly, we just wanted to just like make it more just user friendly, and yeah, so.
I love how much light there is just naturally.
Yeah, let me just turn some lights on. So.
I love how tall the ceilings are.
The painters are in process of painting the walls. So, like they're painting this room, and I think they probably painted this room today. They're getting like the final.
I've never seen painters that cared so much to not dent stuff up.
Okay, so no.
Or is that you?
Jason cares so much that I went online and bought these because I don't trust anyone else. So I wish people cared that much.
When we go back to the other shop, I'm gonna have to point out what you had on top of your fuel tank.
Yeah.
Because that blew my mind also. I was like, what is the point of this thing?
I know. I just want things to be protected and covered. So this is kind of the main room. This is our design center, where people will come in here, sit, design, big TV, samples here, shelves and everything. So it'll be pretty nice to just sit down with customers and have meetings. This a lot of offices. This is just boring stuff. That's all that is. We do have, like, we're getting close, like, on restrooms. So
Nice.
we got some cool fixtures. We got a break room here.
I love how all your cabinets are like the most nicest wood ever, knowing where you come from.
Yeah. We didn't mess around.
Whoa. There's no echo.
Hello. A little bit.
Barely.
Not much.
What did you do for that? Look at this.
It's all insulated.
This is really insulated.
Yeah.
It's actually quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
all the concrete walls are insulated,
it's like
and all the ceilings.
airy.
Yeah.
This would be great to record a podcast in. It's like dead silent.
Yeah, it's quiet. Yep.
So how are you going to lay this out? This is cool because we're going to be back here in a few months, and this is just going to be Ford trucks as far as the eye can see. A couple Chevys, but...
This thing will be completely filled up. So a lot of the chassis assembly production stuff is going to be over here.
Because Porterbuilt's moving in-house, right?
Just along this wall over here. Yep. The back wall where all my office doors are going to be our fab department, our body shop, our paint department. We're going to keep upholstery kind of right up here in this corner. All of our retail parts, shipping, receiving here, and then a lot of production assembly line stuff kind of through here. But
that is so exciting.
We do have another like shop bathroom, so there's more space, more. But
and you really do care about your employees. They're going to be in style, full actual tile.
Yeah, we did full tile in here, and yeah.
You really treated this like your house.
I did. I didn't want it to be commercial, so trying to blend the comfort of a home and in a commercial environment, but still kind of, you got guys coming here and they're spending, all ranges of money, and that's all relative, right? So some people, it might be all the money they have, right, on to do a build, but that's relative to what they have. And so, but it all hurts the same, right? And so, and so people come here and they spend, all these really nice finishes and stuff on their pickup truck. And I wanted to make sure that what was in here all matched what's out here. So the quality of the paint, the dark color, we have walls that are like leather walls, nice flooring. So nice, beautiful, like pieces of art on the walls. So everything feels like the same things you're used to seeing in a truck, you'll also feel in here. So all that flows and blends versus just some cheap offices and then come out here. And honestly, people want to know you're successful.
Yeah, they don't want to see that you're just trying to be as cheap as possible.
Yeah, and charge as much and cheap. We want to invest back into our company.
Just your baseboards and your window boards and all that. I mean, when people know what that costs, they're like, okay, he's not skimping.
You can't actually buy that. I literally sat down with a pen and paper and I designed all my own trim, had my own knife made, and I had a special run for me so that I didn't have anything anyone else had.
Really?
This is not off the shelf stuff.
I love how you're custom on everything.
Everything.
But that was what you did before Fat Fender, right?
Yeah. This was actually a walk in the park for me. And so...
that was like the first 20 years of your life?
Yeah. So this was easy. So
let's show off these trims, because people can't understand how cool it was. Like when I walked in, that was the first thing I looked at. I was like, why did you do this?
Well, it actually slowly steps down, but I wanted these lines, those shadow lines, to be all built into it, and then something simple that tied into the base. But as you can kind of see right here, you can kind of see the end profile, how he designed it. So
if anybody didn't catch on, Jason is OCD. And it works out great because when you buy parts from him, they're good.
Well, yeah, you try to get things as nice as
but like you said, it makes sense. Like if you care so much about your trim board, ever so more about something on a truck.
We do, yeah. We want to make sure that everything we do is, we're putting all the thought into it and making sure that it's not just like a, fly by night. And it's been stressful for me to build trucks, have 8 kids, all that's going on in their life, a new building, all the OCD. Really, I don't really have OCD, but I just kind of focus on details a lot. That kind of that perfectionism that's built into me, and so just having to work on all the details here. And all the details of the builds, and all I've had it to. I'm tired.
You definitely have more white hairs than you have in the past.
I'm tired, but so the paint booth's kind of cool because we got 2.
So you're gonna do paint offs, have 2 painters, and see which one does a better job simultaneously, or something?
We're just gonna have 3 painters.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
So you're about to ramp up production.
We are. We're gonna have 3 full-time painters in here painting. Why 3? Well, in case people need to take a vacation, let's be honest. That's happens, and then you don't want to be dead in the water. So we'll have our main painter, he'll be painting full-time, and then we'll have 2 that are new painters. They have been working for me for a while. We'll have 2
Novice.
painters that are in training. They've been in training for a while, but they're going to then start doing a lot more painting here. And then, and so while they're painting, there'll be a lot of different things they'll paint, but we'll give them 6 months to kind of get up to speed and to where they can paint, you know, anything after that. But
Very cool.
all of our airlines ran.
Big old 3-phase.
Yeah, you got all the power in the world here. So we got 480 here, goes up to a transformer, and then comes down for 220. There's enough power in all of our 480 units that we could actually throw another panel on it if we needed more panel, and another transformer, and we could get twice the amount of power out of here. So
That's nice.
Yeah, so this power is not an issue.
Are you going to cover the walls, or are you just going to leave it like these?
So we're just gonna leave it. It's pretty durable stuff.
It would be cool
Honestly,
to get like big fat Fender garage pictures, like banner size, and just drop them from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, we got a lot of wall space, as you can see.
A lot of magazine covers to put up though.
Well, and we're not gonna just hang banners up like we have in our shop now. They'll be very like specific, so we'll be working with like sponsors. But what is a sponsor to us now? You know, what does that mean? What does
Who
that look
supports
like?
you?
Who supports us, and then what are the things we kind of work back and forth on to make sure we're both getting something out of it, but then also control the look of the sponsorship. Like, you know, maybe they have like a 3x5 banner, and I'm like, well, that's actually not the size we want to put.
Yeah,
up
we
in
need
here.
like 10 by 15.
We're gonna do a little bit larger, but we want it to be more like on like foam board, so it looks cleaner and smoother. So we're gonna kind of like,
You'll probably end up making your own.
yeah. We'll end up basically saying,
Send me your logo.
send me your logo. It's gonna cost you this much for your banner. That's basically what's gonna happen, because I want to make sure
I guess
that
Ford era banner that's in the old shop, don't cut it no
it
more.
won't cut it anymore. And so we'll have to just work on, you know, what that looks like, and so keep everything kind of nice and.
I love that. I mean, this is so cool. You know what would be really cool is you need to make like a skywalk. Just from one end to the other, just so you could take like when you have a customer, instead of walking through the shop, you walk
cool.
through the top of the shop.
That'd be kind of cool. Just come up and just a little walk.
Yeah,
around.
just make one. You know what I mean? Just one thing.
We should just put like a track up there for jogging and exercise, right?
Or a zip line.
Or a zip line or something.
It should be a zip line. You should make a zip line from one end to the other. What's it called? You guys close the doors at 6 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, you open up the zip line.
We were thinking of right before we move in, getting all this cleaned up and doing a skate night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Put up a disco ball, put some disco music. Everybody get your skates out, and we're just gonna come like hang out. But
That would be cool. You could also, a lot of shops I've seen, they rent crazy carts for all the employees.
Oh, yeah?
And they'll all drift around in the little, electric carts.
nah, I don't want to mess up my floor. I get too much to clean up as
Well, I think we're gonna head back to the old shop, and then maybe we should show them all the cool stuff over there.
Sounds good.
All right. So we made it back to the older Fat Fender, and it looks like you guys are gonna be moving, huh?
Yeah, we're moving next Thursday.
You're at capacity.
Thursday, so the 28th we're moving.
So if anybody's trying to figure out why we can't buy any Currys or Ford motors, they're all here, huh?
Yeah, we got a good line on them. Actually, you can't really buy Gen 3 Coyote motors right now.
Really?
So, unless you're a shop, because a lot of the wholesale suppliers are not selling to just random people right now, because Ford quit production on the Gen 3s.
Yep.
And so they're gearing up for Gen 4s.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out Q2 or Q3, they said.
Yep, but they're saying it's probably pushed out further, Q1 next year. And so there was a massive amount of engines that the engine shop canceled Ford Racing on their Gen 3s. And so there's a huge now missing inventory.
Ooh.
It's a huge hole. So hopefully that will get resolved and the engine plant will decide to run a bunch of them. But as of now, none of them exist at Ford.
Wow.
So all of the vendors that have them are basically like our vendor on engines that we work with. has held a bunch of them, and he'll sell them to us, but he won't sell them to us to sell to a retail.
Yeah, he'll sell to you for a customer.
Sell to us for a customer. Our customers that are buying chassis and having trucks built, he's got them for us.
Nice.
But aside from that,
oh, you got a lot of trucks and chassis being built. I love this. Is that your new interior?
yeah, it's kind of a.
I love that seat. Like a green with like a, wow, that's cool. This fat Fender is so beautiful. I saw it, it was at Grand National Roadster Show, right?
No, this has not been anywhere.
No? Where did I see? Oh, maybe I just saw it on your Instagram then.
Yeah, it hasn't been anywhere. We're just finishing up the interior. You can come look at the new headliner.
I love that you guys like 3D printed and made all your vents and stuff. Like, man, it looks so good.
How this headliner could this done better?
Yeah, it fit better, but still gonna have to add on a little bit more on that edge. I'll take off a little bit more right here.
So I would just find a happy medium and roll with it.
You roll it?
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish it off.
Yeah.
You might have a little bit of gap there.
Yeah, and then let's make some adjustments on the next one.
Okay.
Love that dash pad.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's better around here. All right.
Beautiful.
We can use the back end of it, the back top is off.
Oh, wow. It's not too much.
Just enough. Just enough. And this actually has, it's so dusty right now, but we actually got covers, so you only see this.
Okay.
It's all covered up. It's pretty cool.
This chassis looks pretty cool. What's up with that? Is this the one that was always over here?
This is the one that's been here. It was our initial prototype chassis of our four-wheel drive. Taking it to debut here shortly. Tomorrow. The Southwest Classic Ford.
The mouthful. Yeah.
I can't ever remember all the names of all the shows. I can barely remember where I go to work every day. This is another chassis that we're going to debut at the show. This is a Hydro Shock. Mitla Brothers makes these.
So for someone who doesn't know what that means, basically this is not an airbag. This is a hydraulic cylinder, but you can raise and lower this. And what's really cool, unlike an airbag where it messes up the camber, this keeps it perfectly straight because this is NASCAR technology. Yeah. So you get to lay it out and lift it up, but your geometries are perfect.
So people have asked us, like, well, what's the cost? Well, you got to buy your air management system, you got to plumb all that stuff, and then you've got, airbags and everything. So this is about a couple grand more than air. So it's actually not that crazy. But we wanted to have a fully engineered setup, also to mount your reservoir, also to mount your valves and everything in the chassis. So we actually built this for a customer, and he's building a really sweet truck, and it's actually Bumpside.
Nice.
And so we want to make sure everything's engineered for him. Put 16-inch big brakes on it, and now that we have everything dialed in, we're going to debut it, and then we're going to send it off to powder coat, get it all assembled, put together, and then we're going to send it to him and let him plumb it how he wants to plumb it. I don't actually want to do liquid in it right now and all the hydraulics and stuff like that, because wait till he's ready to do that. But really everything's ready for him to plumb, and it should be pretty awesome.
One of my favorite trucks ever, Bumpside, had this. So the Jack Speed Shop, the black one, he was on full hydro shocks.
Yeah.
That thing was so cool.
It's really cool. So very, very cool. But all of our chassis now are engineered for hydro shocks.
Man. And then we got this bad girl.
Yeah, this has been a long project. You can see they're just test fitting all this center console, all the final components before, make sure everything works before we put it back together. We're done.
How many hours do you think you have in this?
More than I want to count. This is a project that I love it. We're almost done with it. Probably we're about maybe 2 weeks and we're done. We'll just be test driving it, put miles on it, interior's all done. But it's been
It's overstayed its welcome.
it's overstayed as well. I'm ready to
I love this Bronco. Last time we were here, you showed it to me. And I just love that people are starting to finally do this with these Broncos.
It's pretty cool. He's been driving it. He wanted to add a couple remote door locks on it. We're adding that in for him. Otherwise, he's had it for a few months driving around. He's actually had some pretty good offers on it, trying to buy it off him. And believe it or not, over 200 grand. Really? So
Wow.
he's getting close to
Actually selling it.
actually selling it. Yeah.
I mean, for that kind of money,
I would have sold it red, but
right.
and everything, you know. But he's getting.
Should we show them the difference of getting things painted here? Like, I feel like a lot of shops don't realize how far you go to like every single step and then back masking everything. And
Yeah, so you know this truck's body's done. It's been undercoated, polished, ready to go on. Sitting on the rotisserie. We're gonna actually next couple of days assemble this entire truck. It's ready to go together. Put up its chassis is ready to go. But yeah, so this is all like Cerakoted. If you take a look at this grill, it's been Cerakoted. It still looks really great in the sun. But then we blacked out right here.
like factory. I love that.
Yeah, just trying to keep some details that look.
Why is that all brushed like that?
So this is a truck that we're doing that is all bare metal.
Oh, wow.
So we're not painting this truck. And one might think to themselves, okay, it's all bare metal. That's going to save us a ton of time.
No, it's probably like 10 times more time. So it has to be perfect.
No, you just literally picking the pepper out of fly shit right there. It is. It's so much more. I think it fooled all of us. Because when you brush it, it shows all your highs and lows. It's been a lot of work. It's got the bottom of this that we got to paint. This will be satin. We do a lot of the bottom of our hoods in satin. It is hard to have it look perfect in there. If I'm going to do like a high gloss, oftentimes I'll weld all those shut because it's hard to paint in there. But when we do satin, we can take it a lot better.
This color is so cool.
Out in the sun, everything's dusty right now.
It's just beautiful.
Well, the new shop will solve most of that for us. As you can see, we work everywhere.
I love that no matter what corner you look at, it's all Fords.
There's a lot of Fords here. Yeah, so this is a very cool panel. This is an original family vehicle. They owned a furniture business back in the day.
Nice.
So then now they're doing a full hot rod restoration on it. It was a piece of junk when it showed up. And it's taken a lot of time to get it what it is. But we're trying to not get too crazy with it, but enough that it still represents what we do here.
I mean, the gaps, perfect.
They're close. They're not perfect, right?
They're good enough.
They're good enough. We'll do perfect. Perfect is about another week on gaps. Yeah, yeah, about another week on gaps. But to most people, that would be great. They would love it.
That's, I guess, the cool part is when you're just challenging yourself to be better.
Mm-hmm. And so at some point, you have to also say, well, at what point does it not justify it anymore, right? And so this has all been primer. Now he's just kind of lining stuff up, fixing some little areas that need to be addressed. And
Can we go to my favorite part of the shop? Your mess outside?
oh, the mess outside.
I love this part.
It's a mess. All right, let's take that one.
I always like to see the real parts of the shop. Like your shop truck that you've had forever that's not going anywhere yet.
No, actually, this is a customer's.
Oh, I thought that was your shop truck.
No, that one actually is all original paint. Check it out.
Ooh. 67.
All original, 1967. California truck. All original paint. We're leaving the patina. We're going to paint underneath the firewall. His chassis is ready to go. This is going to, go to the new shop, and it'll be a level 1. We're keeping all the patina, and he's got some sweet forge line wheels and everything. It's super. We did kind of a bronze wheel and everything, so it's going to be super awesome. Projects. We're just sitting out here until we move to the other shop. This is a really cool truck. It's getting swapped over to a new chassis as well.
Nice.
This one.
Back for some fun.
Yeah, back for some a new motor because blew up.
Oh man.
You hot rod stuff sometimes. So we got to put a new motor in it for it.
Nice fresh unibody.
This is for a guy in Brazil.
Oh, really?
Building him a truck. This is a unibody. It's going to go on a new chassis. This belongs to an employee who promised me he'd get it out of here 2 weeks ago. He has yet to do it. This is an OBS, so we've been making kits and parts and just testing some stuff out in it. And so we have parts on our website. This needs to be picked up by a customer and gotten out of here. This is a 57 short bed box that I found and
Nice.
blasted, primed it, ended up being good. This is a Bumpside Crewcab. We're putting on a new chassis for a guy.
Nice.
These are some swap kit stuff that we're
Front half, back half.
going to be releasing here soon. Yeah.
Very cool.
This is my 57 that I bought.
That was the one that used to be over here?
The green one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you see how bad it was. So I bought it because I'm using it for mock-up and testing fitment of chassis.
Okay.
And what fits with the Godzilla, what fits with the Coyote, make sure I have all that. And then we're gonna make a nicer, cleaner dash, fiberglass dash for this.
Nice.
And then headliner components. And so we'll end up chopping this thing up here in the next little bit, and it'll eventually just be garbage in the very end. But
at least it got used and not just
chucked.
Yeah.
So we got
It'll be there to develop all kinds of stuff, and then
this is a Max Lighter Bronco here. A guy here in town owns. He bought it from someone, and then we're putting a new Coyote motor in it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Looks clean.
Yeah, it's pretty
Simple color combo.
Yeah, very simple. This is a guy that very unassuming, but has a Gen 3 Coyote 10-speed automatic,
Really?
full-blown chassis.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that's what's.
Oh, you got to open this up for us.
That's what's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of things done to finish, but we'll just.
She's getting a whole fancy interior. Yeah. I guess the interior will be the most giveaway part of it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice interior.
Oh, this is super cool.
Yeah, new headliner, kind of suede little headliner.
Man. Yeah, this is very, very, very unassuming.
Now, we actually sold him the chassis, and I'm carrying around, just so you know, I'm carrying around a puzzle.
His dad gave him this before. It's pretty good grift, though.
Yeah, that's good. He said he gave it to. So we actually sold the guy a chassis like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then he took it to another shop, and the shop. So imagine this: the shop had never done fuel injection or a swap before.
Oh boy.
I'm not kidding. I must have like 60 hours on the phone with the other shop, just trying to walk him through. So, so we didn't do the swap. I just want to make sure clear that out up front. And so
we know how meticulous you are about baseboards.
I know. So at the end of the day, when we he ended up just having it shipped here at the very end because there were some things that just needed to be done. So so we put a tonneau cover on it for him, and
Looks nice in there.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, I can definitely see what you mean that you didn't install it, but you know.
Like we would
You
never
gotta leave
run our
room.
heater hoses up front. We would never put an H pipe just right here in the front. But it's okay.
It works fine.
It works. It's not like, it's not the end of the world. We do this where we'll tuck it in the fender, and that was what we showed him as an option, and so he did do that.
So maybe this could be a good time that you could explain, like, there's $3,000 Coyote swaps, and then there's $20,000 Coyote swaps. These are the little differences.
There probably isn't $3,000 Coyote swaps.
I'm saying as far as labor, not material.
Yeah, like so a lot of it comes down to, you know, how it looks, how it fits, how it you know, feels underneath, and so like we would have, had we done this ourselves, we would have when the cab was off, we would have painted the firewall blue. Yeah. And we would have painted this blue.
Probably would have fixed every one of the screw holes.
Because guess what? It's like at the time you're doing it, it's like 2 days of welding and body work, and then prime it.
Yeah.
And then it's
versus now.
Well, you can't.
You got to take the whole thing apart.
Yeah, you can't do it now. So
yeah.
So a couple of things I would have done different. Like we would have tucked some things, you know, right in here. We wouldn't have, you know, put all that stuff right there. But at the end of the day, it's
100% functional.
It works.
Yeah.
And he's happy with it. He went through some headaches to get it to this point, but you know. And then we added a tonneau cover.
Pros pick?
Yeah, Pros pick. Yep. So we got that added on there. And so he's got that. Went through, kind of drove it. We actually put 500 miles on it for him just because I wanted to make sure everything was good. And then so he's ready to go. I've got some custom door hardware coming for the inside. When that shows up, then we'll ship it out of here. But we're
more chassis on chassis.
We're essentially done.
This is like a similar setup.
Yeah, Whipple.
So this is pretty much how my setup's gonna be when I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Do you make risers, or we would just trim out and make the bed sit over that?
So we don't make any risers, and there's kind of there's sort of some reasons why we don't. I don't like the look of the big risers. They just take up a ton of space. And then especially when you're doing like airbag systems, and then you put these big risers under there and mount on the tank, they're not designed for you to actually make a bed that opens. Because in order to do that, you need some space. And then they put all these risers where all that stuff goes.
Gotcha.
And so then you can't actually do it. And so what happens is you end up having to just do a solid flat bed. And so I like to keep, you know, our options, you know, open. So
this looks like it's probably the same setup as the chassis I got from you, right?
very similar, yeah.
So I could fit 315s on the back?
If you widen, yeah.
Huh.
If you widen your tubs a little bit. You can fit 335s on the back if you can find the
tire.
If you can find the tires.
I want to run 305s because Miami area code is 305.
Oh.
So I want to run 305s.
Okay. 305s will work.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Those wheels are gorgeous. Man, Shot knows how to make some nice wheels.
Yeah, Shot does a good job. Yeah.
And another
this is that blue chassis.
Okay.
The blue truck. Yeah, this is his chassis.
Very cool. Yeah, those wheels are beautiful.
Those will look awesome on that blue.
This thing's gonna come together quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but we're just waiting for the new shop to do any of that kind of stuff. 'Cause I can't stop another project here.
So as we walk around your shop, and I've been driving that truck, and we were driving it, and off camera, I mean, it's already in Phoenix, and you were telling me how you're developing, you know, basically full interiors.
We are. Yep.
You want to work on this maybe after the show, and we work something out?
I think if I can get through the show, get moved into my new shop, I'd love to develop like full-blown, real crew cab kit, like the headliners correctly, all the parts you need to make a nice crew cab kit. It's something we need to get done.
Well,
you gonna let me do it?
I want to do it. So my whole thing behind this truck is I want to make this truck just the most easiest, best daily.
Yeah.
When I got Gold Dust 4 years ago, I had an idea and I built it to that, but I didn't realize that it would make it really not fun to drive.
Yeah.
And I just, like, my wife could hop into this and drive it. You drove it. This thing's easy. Starts up, automatic.
It's like driving Miss Daisy.
It needs, like, look at these seats, dude.
Yeah.
And there's no spring left. There's no air conditioning in here. All the weather strip, like, really just needs a little bit of love.
It does, and
it's not like it's in bad shape.
it's not.
It needs love.
It actually is in really good shape, and we just need to make a few changes to it. See ya.
Well, I think
See you later. Have fun. Oh, we will.
I think we definitely need to. Let's end this video and then we can go in the office and talk about it.
Okay.
So where should everybody go to look at your stuff?
Well, fatfender.com. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can go to Instagram. You can go to Facebook. You can go to Coyote Swaps on Facebook, and or F100 Coyote Swaps, I guess. And so we're in a lot of those little places. And or you can just, go to message us, email us, whatever you want to do. But we're really just trying to be better every day. We're not perfect. People think, oh, Fat Fender Garage must have all their shit figured out. We don't. We're just like everyone else. We put our pants on the same way, and we have the same struggles everyone else has in their shops. It's we probably actually have more struggles because we have more going on. And
How many employees do you have right now?
We have 48 employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're gonna go chat. I'm not gonna end this video here. I'm gonna show you guys whatever it is that I do for the rest of the day, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so I stopped over here to this fire station because I wanted to visit my boy Ronnie. And I was gonna get video of him working out, but he's like, dude, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I was gonna show you guys what a 50-year-old captain.
Is it on me right now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right. The C10 guys checking out the Ford. I like this thing. It's pretty sweet. I like the brown. I like the smell. Yeah, Brownstone.
Heck yeah.
You guys need a 72 Crew Cab? Solo's got it for you.
It's not for sale.
Well, everything's for sale.
I mean, maybe, but like, ideally, it's gonna stay around for a little bit. It did have Chevy mirrors, which we're probably gonna go back on.
So it had Chevy. Those would look good on here. I think they would look good on here.
I mean, if he didn't have it stuck in and like the paint fade,
what mirror would look the best? Like,
so he actually gave me a set.
Style mirror?
Yeah, I have the correct ones.
I saw them over there.
But because it's not drilled for it, I'm not gonna. That's the wrong side, but you get the idea.
You get the idea. We'll flip it.
Yeah, I mean, those ideally would look the best. That's what I have on Gold Dust.
Ooh. Those would look pretty good.
Yeah.
If you had with the 3 yellow chevrons,
those look cool
on there like that. I don't know. I think the Chevy ones will look good on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them back on.
So if I gave you 40 grand, what would you do to this truck?
If I had 40 to spend on it,
Yeah. I'm giving you 40 grand. You only can spend it on Brownstone.
First thing I would do is make the interior really nice, because the reason why I got this truck was I have Gold Dust, it's 4x4, it's lifted, it's all that stuff that is cool if you think it's cool, which I do.
Yeah.
But I really wanted something that's easy to hop in, easy to put the kids in. My wife could drive it if she needed to. So I like that it's 2-wheel drive. So I would want to make the interior super nice. And it's funny that you said that, because before I came here, I was at Jason's and we were talking about doing the interior. Yeah. So I mean, 40 grand, it wouldn't take 40 to do that. I'd probably do that, repair the bed. I don't want to motor swap it, but eventually, a Coyote would probably be the right move.
Yeah, this is a cool truck.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing about the Fords is you have so many lines to break things up. So
you could definitely two-tone them.
You can have so many different, so much fun.
And brown goes with so many colors. That's the best part.
Tan,
oranges.
Orange, obviously, all the Snickers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
Would you say, so from a non-Ford guy, is this a lower trim? Like,
yeah.
Does it really only has this badge?
Almost.
Obviously
So
not
it's a custom.
Okay.
Custom is basically as low as it gets.
Yeah.
Most of these trucks were ordered to be used. Like, if you look at the bed on this truck, it was really, really used. So they didn't really offer any options. Like, even if you got a Ranger XLT bump side, you couldn't get any trim on it. In dent sides, you started being able to get anything. So like, you get like a 79 Ranger XLT with every option in the book for a crew cab. Bump sides, it wasn't like that. These were still pretty much work trucks.
What's the gear ratio on this thing,
I did get a Marty report. I don't remember offhand.
I would think being a 3/4 ton is a
Probably
1 ton.
4s. Yeah.
It's a 1 ton.
No, it is. It's a 1 ton.
Oh no, 3/4.
No, yeah, this is
So
350, 250.
411 or whatever.
I'd guess it's probably 411s, 410s.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why it had, I guess it must have had a big CB radio or something. But
Yeah, or just the antennas, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
it's always fun trying to figure out what it was.
One slice has 2 antennas on it. A ceiling antenna and a B-post antenna.
Really?
Same.
Yeah.
I took them all off. And the truck I'm working on right now, same thing. They mounted a big old antenna to the mirror. And so it has this big old antenna. I forget what they call them, whips antenna. It all comes off. This thing's sweet though.
Yeah. I'm excited to do stuff with it.
So since we're still recording, I assume you're here in Arizona.
Yeah.
And why are you here?
So we got, I don't remember the name, but basically we got a Ford truck show out in Havasu.
Okay.
And you told me, and I didn't remember because I'm a horrible friend, that it's also the reunion.
Baby. So for all you guys on the Ford era, we're sold out, but come down. All eras all manufacturers are. We like
And 2025 by
2025 we'll be back. Yeah, so we're 600 trucks this year. We're in a parking garage in downtown Chandler, and I'd love to have more Fords. The baseline of the reunion is to mimic a high school parking lot, but because my reach is obviously C10s, we're going to have a lot of C10s there. But we'd love to have more Fords. So 2025, if you want to go to the reunion and you're in Arizona, really, or you're in the Southwest and you want to come out, I don't know, it might be the same weekend.
reuniontruckshow.com.
Reuniontruckshow.com. It's that easy.
Simple.
Yeah, check it out.
And
Safe travels if we're
Thank
going
you.
off. Tell Travis I said hi. Safe travels. And Kyle, you could suck it.
there you go. And we are back. Your trucks break?
What's that?
Why did your trucks break?
They didn't break,
Why are they on a trailer?
so they don't break.
That is the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, we'll see how that adds up tomorrow for us driving.
I mean, you're right. At least we know those work.
Right.
I
They'll
might go
make
to
it there and unload.
I may go to Havasu and unload those.
Yeah.
Come back and get you.
I mean, or you just pull over, unload, and then
Do like a
load us.
swap.
Right.
Like a half and half.
I'm just saying, yeah. Do you got a winch on there?
No, we have Travis.
Gotcha. Sean, you coming?
No.
Oh, someone's got to hold the fort down.
Somebody's got to work.
Oh, boring.
Lame.
Dude, this truck drives really good.
It drives great. The little bit I drove it around town, it handles great.
Did you know that it doesn't tell you any amount of gas? The gas gauge is broken.
I heard you were trying to add more volume to it.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
No?
My shoes got a little bit.
Have you used the pencil and paper method yet?
I don't know.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
Rome killed it.
Rome did a great job.
Yep.
All right, well, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'll pick you guys back up soon. All right, guys, so it's dark. You can't see, but we just stole the hubcaps off of this truck. Sean still got the crowbar. Because now we get to make the crew cab look nicer and put some hubcaps on it. So it's nice when you got a whole bunch of parts trucks, huh?
Oh, yeah. We know where to get some stuff. Start with the easiest one.
Now that I'm doing it, it'll probably be the hardest one. Yep, because I'm not in there, it'll be leave that for last. You know, I thought it would be first.
Can't see much over here, but
All right, there we go. This one don't want to go. I think it's
oh, then
makes sense. We're headed off to Amber and Travis's house. I'm driving Brownstone. Travis got his 66. My battery is really low on my phone. So I'll pick you guys back up when we get there. That smells great. All right, now I'll see you guys at the house. I always love coming to their house. They had this place set up so cool. Alright guys, so we're back at the house and I'm gonna call it a night. Just wanted to end the video. If you guys can, drop a like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow where we are driving to Lake Havasu. It's gonna be a lot of fun. See you there.